left two topics before for topic for 15 and 16. Okay, we will do that topic for the theory part after this topic. Okay, so sales and service tax, actually for this tax system, this is quite new. Before this sales and service tax, which implemented in year, anyone remember when we implemented SST, sales and service tax?
New government.
New government, yes, new government starting from
2018.
2018. Okay, previously, what are the tax system used? Okay, before we implement sales and service tax, what are the GST? Okay, GST. So goods and service tax, and now it replaced with the new sales and service tax. Okay, so for GST, of course, we are not covering yet, but I think it's better for you if you know a lot, if you know a little bit on GST. Okay, now we will move forward. What are the sales and service tax? Okay, so first of all, actually this one we divide into two. So first one is on sales tax that we will cover today, and the other one on service tax. Okay, so even the name SST, but actually it has two components. Okay, so for the first one on sales tax, what is that? Okay, it is a single tax. Okay, what does it mean by single tax? And it is also if you compare with the GST, it has a multiple taxes. Okay, so for the sales tax, it is single, means you will be taxed only once. Okay, so tax on what? Levied on imported and locally manufactured taxable goods. So only on two items, whether it is manufacturing or the other one tax on imported. Okay, so what is that? Okay, when we are going to impose this sales tax, okay, so when either at the time of import or at the time goods are sold or disposed. Okay, so in these two situation. Okay, who involved in this sales tax? Okay, all goods manufactured in Malaysia. Okay, in Malaysia, but we have specific places where we are not implement the sales tax. Okay, so this one is not as designated area and special area. Okay, so this one for goods manufactured in Malaysia or goods imported. Okay, so these are the uh, person which will be imposed on tax. Okay, so what are the designated area? Okay, so the designated area is here in Malaysia, we have Labuan, Langkawi, Tioman and Pangkor. Okay, so class, from this area, what can you mention about this area? Okay, Langkawi, Labuan. Are we going to be taxed here in this area?
No. Duty free.
Yes, this one is duty free. So you are not going to be imposed on tax. Okay, so also we have the special area, any free zone, licensed warehouse, licensed manufacturing warehouse, joint development, okay, and so on here. This one is according section 77 of the Custom Act. Okay, so class, if you can see here the tax imposed under Custom Act, so it is not governed. So if you notice class, from the beginning of our topic, from chapter 1, chapter 2 and until our last chapter, it is governed under Income Tax Act 1967. But for the sales tax, it is governed under Custom Act. Okay, so it is not under LHDN lah. This is under Malaysian Custom Department, Royal Malaysian Custom Department. Okay, so if you can see here the tax rate, the sales tax rate for general rate is 10%. Okay, then goods under first schedule sales tax order 2018, 5%. Okay, goods under schedule sales tax order. Okay, this one different rate. And actually class, this one, if you want to see the schedule here, the stated schedule, it is on your module. Okay, on your module, start from page 347. Okay, so it has the special rate, all the schedule, first schedule, second schedule here. Okay, so you can look at the schedule later. Okay, now charge of sales tax. Okay, when we want to charge, okay, manufactured in Malaysia by registered manufacturer and sold, first use otherwise than in the manufacture of taxable goods or disposed of otherwise than by sale by him. Okay, so class, if you can see here, the manufactured in Malaysia, yes, it is manufactured and must be by registered manufacturer. Okay, so it is manufactured and it is sold by registered manufactured. Okay, but the other one also use and dispose otherwise than by sales. Okay, meaning that here normally we dispose the goods by doing sales. Okay, but the other things happen when maybe you take the goods for your own use. Okay, so if you take the goods for your own use, also it is not as disposed. Okay, so meaning that here we are not the disposal not only by sale but the other way around also we can classify as disposed. Okay, so that one, the first one for manufactured. Okay, and second one, imported into Malaysia by any person. So either you manufactured the goods here in Malaysia locally or the goods are imported into Malaysia. So these two items being taxable goods for sales tax. Okay, so here sales. Sales that I mentioned that just now as disposal. Okay, so other than sales, it could be barter. Okay, barter system which you trade the goods for the other goods. Okay, or disposal of goods with a right of purchase or on terms providing that seller retain an interest. Okay, so here you dispose goods but for the seller have the interest. Okay, next taxable goods. Okay, here is the terms. We need to mention that the taxable goods here. Okay. Okay, goods of a class of or kind not exempted from sales tax. Okay, so this is under Schedule A. So if the goods under exempted sales tax, so it is not a part of taxable goods. So other than exempted, so it is taxable goods under sales tax. So for the exempted goods, you can see the Schedule A. Okay, so the Schedule A also you have in your last page of your chapter in your module. Okay, so now we'll look at the next on registered manufacturer. Okay, who are the registered manufacturer? Manufacturer who are engaged in manufacturing business registered under the Sales Tax Act 2018. And the manufacturing, okay, this is the process. So other than petroleum, okay, so other than petroleum, the conversion of the by using manual or mechanical, okay, means that you want to turn the material into a new product. Okay, so other than that, for petroleum, okay, so it is actually the manufacturing process for petroleum. It's come from the same product. Okay, but it use the process of separation, purification, refining, conversion, and blending. So if the other goods, they turn the material into new product, but the petroleum, it is the process from the beginning and the ending. So you have the from the separation, purifying. Okay, so you have the different product using all this process along the way of the process. All right, class. Are you with me up until now?
Yes.
Okay. Next, we want to move to sales value and invoices. Okay, for local taxable goods, okay, so it must sold by taxable person. Okay, so that last time we identified the taxable goods. Okay, so to be imposed for the sales tax, it must be sold by taxable person. So taxable goods that being sold by taxable person. Okay, or manufactured by a taxable person. Okay, so manufactured ni either used by him or disposed by him. So this one that we discussed just now, that other than we dispose, maybe you use, maybe the person use the goods for himself, or the other way lah. If this, maybe the disposal, the other way of disposal, maybe you just give a donation, give a as gift. So this is also disposed. Okay, so the first one on local taxable goods, that is manufactured locally, and for the imported tax goods. Okay, so to get the value of sale value of the imported taxable goods, okay, we need to find the sum of the following. Okay, all the item here, you get the total value. Okay, the first one is value of taxable goods for the purpose of custom duty. So this is the purchase price of the goods. Okay, the second one that you need to add up the amount of custom duty and amount of excise duty. Okay, so this is imposed by the custom department. So whatever that when you purchase, you need to incur all of this. So all of these custom duty and excise duty are a part of your taxable goods value. Okay, so this is for imported goods. Okay, for the contract manufacturer, okay, amount that the manufacturer charges for work performed by him. So the contract manufacturer is the manufacturer that get the contract from the other manufacturer. Okay, so the contract manufacturer produce the product for the other manufacturer. So for this type of manufacturer, amount to be charged is amount that manufacturer charges for work performed by him. Okay, charges for work, not all the item include the material. Okay, so to be taxable, you need to issue an invoice. So in your invoice, you need to have all these particulars. Okay, so you need to have the serial number, date of the invoice, name, address, identification number, name, address of the customer, description of goods. Okay, and if you give any discount, you need also to state this. Okay, types of taxable goods, quantity, amount payable, excluding sales tax. Okay, so this one is the net value without the sales tax. Okay, then also total amount payable, excluding sales tax rate and chargeable sales tax. Okay, and the total amount payable, okay, and any amount expressed other than ringgit. So if you sold to the other parties, foreign parties, okay, maybe you need you sold in the other currency, so you need to express the amount. Okay, next for the sales tax due and payable. Okay, so who the person, the manufacturer that will subject to sales tax. So you need to look at the registration threshold. So the manufacturer who has annual sales of taxable manufactured, okay, taxable manufactured goods exceed the threshold of 500,000. So this one for the annual, yearly. Okay, so if they achieve 500,000, so the manufacturer needs to register to be the need to register to be sales tax registrant. Okay, so for the registration period, okay, when? Okay, start from the date he should have been registered. Means that if they achieve 500,000, so the date they achieve, they need to register and end last day of the following month. Okay, so last day of the following month means if they achieve the 500,000 this month, October, so they should register last day of the following month means next month. Last day of the next month in 30 of November, they should register as a registrant manufactured. Okay, so the taxable period, okay, first taxable period begin from the date he should register. Okay, subsequently, a period of 2 months ending on the last day of any months of any calendar year. Okay, let's say first day, okay, in October, the company, the manufacturer entitled to be tax registrant. So from first day, this is the first taxable period, October, and for the subsequent means that the taxable period is within 2 months, October, and October they started and it continue with the next month. Okay, so 2 months, 2 period, October and November. Okay, so the taxable period means 1st October until 30 of November. Okay, they mention here, it mentioned a period of 2 months ending on the last day of any month of any calendar. Okay, so the taxable period is actually within 2 months period. Okay, so to be able as registrant sales tax, okay, so the manufacturer needs to submit form SST 02. Okay, so the submission of this form is not later than last day of the month following the end of his taxable period. Okay, so later we will look at example. So class, for tax purpose, actually you really needs to follow, okay, when you are given the question, let's say they need you to give the date. So you cannot simply just give the date. You must mention 2 months ending. Okay, the law stated to. Okay, you need to mention the law stated for the particular law. So for example here, not later than last day. Oh, okay. So that one you need to be specific. Okay, so submission not later than last day of the month following. Okay, so let's say you have the taxable period of 2 months. Okay, the submission of form SS2 is the next month. Okay, so just now I mentioned your end of taxable period is November. So the submission of form SS2 is the month following. So meaning you must submit in December. Okay, and the payment due not later than last day of the month following the end of this taxable period. Okay, so class, remember all of these words here you need to be memorized. Okay, and so look at the example here. Okay, in January 2020, sales achieved 500,000. Okay, so the manufacturer need to register from January until 29 February 2020. Okay, so this one you can see here the taxable period for 2 months, January and February. Okay, so January February 2020 is the taxable period. Okay, and the form submission. Okay, it mentioned that last day of the month following the end of taxable period. So end of taxable period is February. So the month following is March. Okay, so the form submission is March, 31st March 2020, and payment due. The payment due also the month following the end of taxable period. So end of taxable period is February. Month following means the next month, which is March. So here you can see the form submission and the payment due will fall the same date. Okay, it is the same date for submission of tax submission form dia SST02 and also the payment. Okay, it is made on the same day. Alright class, follow up to here. Follow?
Yes.
Follow. Any question before I proceed?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, good. Okay, so here the example. Sterling Cyber Berhad, a registered manufacturer has the taxable period of May and June. So this taxable period May and June. Okay, so when this company needs to submit the form, the sales tax return. Okay, so class, kalau if you notice the word return, okay, it does not mean awak pulangkan. The return here is not pulang, but the return here represent the form that you need to submit. Okay, so the company is required to submit its sales tax return. Okay, so here says the taxable period, the 2 months, May and June. So they need to submit sales tax return on, okay, the months after, which is July. Okay, the last day of July. And also the payment of sales tax also made on the same day, which is the 31st July 2021. Okay, now class. Next, we look at the example here. Subco Sdn Bhd, a registered manufacturer, sold taxable goods to its subsidiary company, Subplus Sdn Bhd, for 200,000 on 6 April 2021. The normal selling price was 230,000. It responds to an appeal from a charitable organization. Subco Sdn Bhd made a donation of taxable goods costing 10,000. The selling price was 10,800. Okay, here class, this company has done 2 transactions. The first, they sold taxable goods to the subsidiaries, and the other one, they do donation. Okay, they do donation to the charitable organization. Okay, required, explain the sales value in regards to the taxable goods sold to Subplus Sdn Bhd, and the taxable goods donates to the charitable organization for the purpose of sales tax. Okay, so class, what is it the answer here? Okay, anyone would like to try the sales value for the first one? For the first one, they sold taxable goods to the subsidiary. Anyone would like to try? Emilia? What do you think, this one? RM130,000. Okay, so the normal selling price. Okay, so transaction between registered manufacturer, Subco and subsidiary Subplus, the sale value is 230,000, which is the market value. Yes, correct. So we are using the market value regardless whatever the transaction made. Okay, so you follow the normal selling price. Okay, so normal selling price or we call it as the normal arm length. Okay, what happened? The next on donation. What is it, the sales value for the donation? Anyone would like to try? Farah? Sorry, Faizah. Okay, teka-teka kelas. Try.
May I try?
Okay, try.
10,800.
10,800. Agree? Okay, so if you can see here, yes. For goods disposed other than sales, so example donation, the sales value is the price at goods would have been sold to independent person. So no matter what, whether you do the normal selling or you just dispose on in the other way, okay, so you just follow the market value, okay, or it says that the price value is the price at goods would have been sold to independent person. So no matter what the situation. Okay, next, explain the due date for submission of sales tax return and payment of sales tax on taxable goods sold by Subco Sdn Bhd for the taxable period of March to April. Okay, so this one, anyone would like to try submission of sales tax return? When? Naim? Naim, ada? Jawab kelas, awak ada tak ke saya dah terleft?
Ada, madam.
Ada, madam. Okay. Okay, siapa-siapa nak try? If we have this March to April, the taxable period. So?
31st May.
31st May.
31st May. For the period for payment or submission?
Submission.
Submission saja?
And
Both.
also
And
payment.
payment.
Yes, both the submission tax return and the payment of sales tax. Okay, not later than last day of months following the end of his taxable. Alright, class. So again, you need to remember all the words here. Okay, because this is the law stated. Okay, before you can give the last answer of the specific date. Okay, so you can see here, sales tax due is not later than last day of months following the end of the taxable period. Okay, so remember taxation also law. Alright, so any problem here up to here? Okay, if you have no problem. Okay, next, what happen if you pay the sales tax late? Okay, now we move to late payment penalty. Okay, so you will fine not exceeding 500,000 or imprisonment not exceeding 3 years of both. Okay, so this one actually, if you have the prosecution, okay, then we look late payment penalty without prosecution. Without the last one, the fine not exceeding is with prosecution. Okay. Okay, the late penalty without prosecution. Okay, what does that mean, class? Without prosecution and no prosecution. What does that mean? Okay, kalau with prosecution means that case tu dah dibawa ke court. Dah sampai ke pendakwaan. Okay, if without prosecution, this is between you and Department of Custom. Okay, so we can see here the first delay, first 30 day, you will be penalty of 10% of sales tax value. Okay, and for the second 30 day means that 31 days in until 60 days, there is additional of 15%. Okay, meaning that from 10% earlier and it will add up to another 15%. So you get penalty of 25%. Okay, next third 30 day, this is 61 to 90 days. Okay, you will have additional of another 15%. So 10% plus 15% and plus another 15%. Okay, which is the up to 40%. Okay, prosecution after the expiration of 90 days period. Okay, so if you have no prosecution, if all the sales tax due and penalty has been paid within the 90 days period, so to avoid the prosecution, you need to pay the sales tax all together with the penalty within 90 days period. If the taxpayer fail to do so, okay, so it will incur prosecution for the offences. Okay, so fail to pay the sales tax liability and the penalty after the expiry of the 90 days. So after the expire of 90 days means the day 91, 92, and then they need to ready for the prosecution. Okay, so they will face lah the fine not exceeding this, the above here, fine not exceeding 50,000 or imprisonment not exceeding 3 years or both. Okay, next, payment of sales tax or penalty by installment. Okay, may be given if payment of sales tax due or penalty may cause undue financial hardship to the registered manufacturer. So in order to reduce the burden, so the custom department allow the manufacturer to do installment to pay their sales tax and the penalty. Okay, next here you can see example STM Samurahat, the manufacturer registered under the Sales Tax Act 2018, sold taxable goods amounting to 30,000 to a trading company in Kuala Lumpur. The sales was made on 6 March 2020 and sales tax was charged to the customers and paid to E-Royal Custom, Malaysian Custom Department on 15 August 2020. Okay, so if you can see, okay, in August means that they are how many days left here? From 6 March? Okay, from 6, okay, now kita look at, okay, compute the sales tax payable for the tax period of March to April. Okay, so class, March to April, so actually by end, if March to April is their taxable period, so when they should pay the sales tax? Here.
Not later than 31st May.
Okay, not later good, not later than 31st May. So now they pay in August. Okay, so now kita nak tengok, okay, sales tax payable is 10% of 30,000. So they should pay, the sales tax payable is 3,000, okay, by 31st May, 3,000. Okay, next we want to look the second one, compute the late penalty which will be imposed for failing to pay tax on time. Okay, they supposed to pay not later than 31st May, but now they pay on 15 August. So if you can see imposition of penalties, okay, from 1st of June, okay, why we start 1st of June to 30 of June? Okay, so this one is after the end of taxable period. So okay, so the sales tax due on May. So when they can able to pay by May, so they are not imposed on penalty. But we start to calculate the D for penalty after the 31st May. So that's why you look here. It started from 1st June to 30th of June. So this is the first 30 days. Okay, they will be imposed on 10%. Okay, so if they are still not pay, okay, this one 1st July 2020 to 30th of July 2020, okay, another 30 days, so they still not paying, okay, because they pay on August, right? Okay, next, the next day is on 31st July to 29th of August. Okay, so 29 August, another 30 days, but okay, but they okay, so they are in here in the last day ni, the last period, 31st of August, 31st of July to 29th of August. So here the 15th August 2020 is in this period. Okay, still they are not paying, so they still needs to pay another 15% here. They will impose another 15%. So the late payment penalties is 40% times 3,000. Okay, 14% means 10,000. 10% plus 15% for the second 30 period and another 15% on the third 15 period ni. So they have reached the third level here. They have reached the third 30 days. So the penalty of 15% still imposed on this situation. So they need to pay for 40% of penalty times 3,000 the value of sales tax, okay, which is 1,200. Okay, explain the course of action that the Royal Malaysia Customs Department may institute to recover the sales tax outstanding if STM Sdn Bhd fail to pay the sales tax outstanding by 29 August. Okay, by 29 August, this one is actually the last 30 days kan? Okay, so the prosecution for the offence would not be instituted against any taxable person who paid the amount of sales tax due and pay the late payment penalty within 90 days. So if STM Sdn Bhd able to pay sales tax 3,000 and 1,200 of the penalties, okay, so the Royal Malaysian Customs Department will not proceed with the prosecution for the offence. Okay. Okay, then okay, if they able to pay lah, if they able to pay on the due date of payment. Okay, but the Royal Malaysian Custom Department can proceed with the prosecution after the expiration of 90 days period, which is after 29 August. So after 29 August, if the company fail to pay the sales tax and the penalty amount, okay, so STM Sdn Bhd is liable to a fine not exceeding 50,000 or imprisonment for a term not more than 3 years or both. Okay, so if they able to pay before 29 of August, so there are no prosecution. But if they are fail to pay, then they will face the prosecution and fine not exceeding 50,000 or imprisonment. Okay, class. So for up to you, anyone have any problem? Can you follow? Okay, class. Any question? Okay, any question?
No.
No question. Okay, next we proceed. Okay, registration. Liable to be registered. Okay, so the manufacturer needs to be registered if they have total sale value has exceeding or believed to exceed 500,000. Okay, why you need the words believe there? Okay, so if you can see the situation here, the first situation current month plus 11 months immediately preceding. Okay, what does it mean immediately preceding? Immediately preceding means?
Terus jadi.
Terus jadi? Tak jadi. Bukan. Immediately preceding means, okay, current month, okay, let's say now is October, current month. 11 month immediately preceding is 11 bulan berturut-turut sebelum. Immediately preceding. Okay, means that sekarang October, so 11 bulan sebelum. Okay, so that one, yang itu dia mention sales value exceed 500,000. Okay, dah berlalu. Awak dah tahu dah, by this month, you already know that you have achieved 500,000. Okay, now the second situation, current month plus 11 months immediately succeeding. Okay, this one, succeeding ni, does it happen, succeeding? Dah berlaku ke belum?
Bakal berlaku.
Bakal berlaku. Okay, bakal berlaku kan. 11 months, okay, means that current month sekarang October and 11 month immediately succeeding means 11 bulan akan datang. That's why the words is total sales value has believed to be exceed. Dia percaya. Mungkin ada berlaku, tak tahu lah apa yang berlaku, ada apa-apa politik dah okey ke. So dia percaya in this month plus 11 month akan datang, they will achieve 500,000. So if this is the situation and then the company liable to be registered. Okay, dah berlaku ataupun dipercayai akan berlaku. Okay, next, mandatory registration. Okay, this one dah wajib sangat lah for mandatory. Register with DG in the prescribed form SST01 not later than the last day of the following month from the month he is liable to be registered. Okay, so now if now we are in October, so not later than last day of the following month maksudnya?
November.
Okay, last day of November, so this company need to be registered. Okay, late registration. Okay, DG shall register the manufacturer on the date as the DG may determine. Okay, so if they identify, then DG straight away they registered for the company. Okay, so not earlier than the date he is become liable. Okay, so don't worry for this because when DG determine their registration, so it is not earlier. So they identify when the company is liable, then only the DG registered for the company. Okay. Okay, voluntary registration. Okay, may apply to DG for registration as registered manufacturer. Okay, so voluntary registration, the situation when the company not get their sales value up to 500,000. Okay, even they not achieve 500,000, still the company may apply for registration. Okay, so DG may approve, Director General may approve as he may determine. Okay, subject to condition as he deems fit. Okay, so so this one is according to DG consideration. If DG find that the company is deemed fit, is able to achieve 500,000, and then DG will approve the registration. Okay, next, registration of partnership. Registered in the name of the firm. Okay, so for partnership will be registered in the name of the firm. Okay, assessment based on best judgment by the DG. Okay, fails to apply for registration, fails to furnish the return, furnish an incomplete or incorrect return. Okay, so all of this situation actually will impose you on a penalty, but it will also be based on best judgment by DG. Okay, DG on his consideration, so he can assess the situation and based on the DG judgment assessment. Okay, registration discontinue. Okay, time frame to raise assessment shall not be made more than 6 years. Okay, from the date the sales was due and payable. Okay, so to raise assessments means here okay, so for our current situation, this is 2021. So to raise assessments means that you can check back your earlier assessment, the previous years. Okay, you can check back, you can check whether you are doing it correctly. Okay, but the raise assessment only be made in 6 years. Okay, means that from 2021 now, you can check back your previous up to 2000. Okay, 2020, 2019, 2018, 2017, 2016, 2015. Okay, so from 2015, they can raise the assessment. They can check back all of your assessment. Okay, not more than 6 years. Okay, from the date the sales tax was due and payable. Okay, fraud or willful default. Okay, in the opinion of the DG that there is fraud, make an assessment at any time. Okay, so this is the situation why you need to raise assessment if DG in his opinion there are any fraud or willful default. Okay, whether the fraud or willful default, whether it is sengaja, on purpose, or maybe it is not intention. Awak tak sengaja. Kadang awak tak notice pun that what is the fraud. Okay, sengaja ataupun tak sengaja. Okay, exemption from registration. Okay, so all of here are not required, will not required to do registration for sales tax. Okay, manufacturer of non-taxable goods. Okay, how to identify taxable goods or non-taxable goods? Again, it is under your lampiran. They are lampiran on your end of the chapter. Okay, so you can see there are taxable goods and there are list of non-taxable goods. Okay, manufacturer of sales value below the threshold of 500,000. Okay, so we just noted that just now that if you have sales value 500 and above, then you need to register. Okay, subcontract manufacturer sales value below the threshold of 500,000. Okay, manufacturing activities exempted from registration. Any person other than one may apply voluntary to be registered as registered manufacturer. Okay, so meaning that okay, for the non-taxable good, they are not required to register, but for the person number 2, 3, and 4, they can apply voluntary registration. Okay, maybe later on they identify that they can able to achieve 500,000, so they allow to apply voluntary.
Madam,
Yes.
I would like to ask,
Yep.
why would a business apply voluntarily?
Why they apply voluntary?
Like what benefit they gain if they apply the tax?
Okay, so actually for tax, actually they are no one likes to pay for tax, but but maybe the for this registration actually it is renyah. The registration is quite leceh, renyah, very technical, very there are lots of form. So maybe the company at that time they have no workload, a lot of workload. So they find it's better for them to register now. Okay, or maybe like that situation. Okay, so when they have a higher sales, meaning that situation they have a lot of work. Okay, when they want to achieve the 500,000, they have a lot of work to do, and meaning that before they achieve that the busy time, so they better for them to apply earlier. Okay, because sooner or later still they need to register. Okay. Is that menjawab?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, manufacturing or operation exempted from registration. They are page 351 of your books. Okay, so kalau okay, so you will have a lot class in the lampiran belakang tu, in your schedule here there are a lot of person. Okay, you have the first schedule lah. Then baca lah banyak tu kita nak cover. Okay, cessation of liability to be registered. Okay, so now you are the registered manufacturing. So you also can cessation. You can stop to be registered manufacturing. Okay, so to do that, first you need to notify DG within 30 days in writing. Okay, then ceases to carry on the business of manufacturing taxable goods. Okay, or total sales value of your taxable goods current month plus 11 months not exceeding 500,000. Okay, so this is situation you can stop to be registered manufacturer. Okay. Okay, notification of changes. Okay, this one notification of changes, you need to inform the DG if there is any change on name of business, change of address, change in any partner in partnership, change in status of the business, change or additional to taxable goods, opening of new business premise or closing of any business premise. So in this situation, you need to inform DG. So to inform, you need to do the notification of changes. Okay, exemption from sales tax. Okay, this one ada schedule A. Okay, summary from your schedule A kat buku tu. Okay, so goods exempted from sales tax. Okay, goods or classes of goods that are exemption from sales tax. Okay, this one page 351. Okay, so the person exempted from payment of tax. Okay, list of person, class of person exempted. Okay, ruler or state, federal or state. Okay, inland clearance depot, duty free shop. Okay, so this is the person that are exempted from payment of sales tax, duty free shop. Okay, so this one includes sekali Okay, under schedule B, specific exemption goods. Okay, to acquire raw material, component, packaging material. Okay, be used solely in manufacturing special non-taxable goods. Okay, so you can say price control goods, pharmaceutical product, specific milk product, and exported goods. So this one is under Schedule B. Okay, this is specific exempted good. Okay, for Schedule 3, okay, page 353. Okay, so to acquire raw material and component that used directly in manufacturing process, okay, then packaging material to manufacture taxable goods. Okay, this one semi-finished taxable goods or finished taxable goods subsequently returned by a subcontract to a registered manufacturer after completion of subcontract work. Okay, this one under Schedule 3. Okay, application for sales tax deduction. Okay, registered manufacturer may apply for the deduction of sales tax paid. Okay, for taxable goods purchased. Okay, so for raw material, component, packaging material used solely in manufacturing of the of taxable goods. Okay, so now you can apply for deduction. Okay, and the rate of deduction here. Okay, from the total value of taxable goods. Okay, if your taxable goods, the rate is 5%, so you may apply deduction of 2%. Okay, and if your taxable goods at tax 10% rate, you may apply sales tax deduction of 4%. Okay, but there are conditions for deduction. Okay, taxable goods purchased from supplier not connected to the registered manufacturer. Okay, and proof with invoice issued by the supplier. Okay, so you have the condition here. Okay, you buy from supplier which the supplier have no connection with the manufacturer. Okay, and for the time deduction during taxable period, goods were purchased. Okay, and sales tax deduction is more than sales tax payable. So, if this situation happen, then deduction in the next taxable period will until zero. Okay, sales tax deduction more than sales tax payable. Okay, any balance not deducted shall not be refunded. Okay, others once claim for deduction but did not use in manufacturing. Okay, you claim but not used in the manufacturing. Okay, refund, drawback and remission. Okay, what is it the situation? Refund, drawback and remission ni? Okay, remission of whole or any part of sales tax due. Okay, this one will be by Ministry of Finance. Okay, remission of wholly atau or any part of penalty. Okay, this one by Director General will refund. Okay, when it is just and equitable to do so. Okay, so means that here if there is any payment, you pay more for your sales tax, and okay, for example, any penalty surcharge here, so DGR, Director General of Inland Revenue, will do a refund. Okay. And for refund, upon application made for refund, okay, MOF or DG, whoever the person, direct a refund. Okay, so this one is respect only claim, surcharge, penalty, fee ataupun overpaid, erroneous paid. Okay, if they happen lah, whatever the error. Alright class, so actually I have done explaining to you. So do you have any problem up to here before we proceed? Okay class, any problem before we proceed?
No.
No. Okay, so class kita nak try buat soalan. Okay, can you see? Okay, this one, this situation. Chin Ice yang Berhad purchases material from a supplier in South Korea for use in its manufacturing processes. In the year ending 31st December 2021, Kin Ais and Berhad purchased such materials at a price of 346,000. The material were imported into Malaysia and the following charges were incurred. Okay, they incurred freight 6,920, insurance 7,228. The materials are subject to import duty at the rate of 15% as well as sales tax at the rate of 10%. So required, calculate the sales tax payable on importation of taxable goods by Kin Ais and Berhad, round to nearest RM. So class, can you do this? How to identify? So your material 346 and there are another cost incurred. You have freight cost and insurance cost, and also you have the import duty at the 5%. Okay, so 5% here is from what amount? Import duty. So import duty is also the cost involved here at the rate of 15%. So this 15% from which cost? Daripada mana nak kira?
Material.
From the material price, yes. From the material price, you calculate 15% times 346 and then you get import duty. And then what to do? Then what to do? Okay, you calculate all. Price plus freight plus insurance and also plus the 15% of import duty, and then from the total then you get the sales tax at the rate of 10%.
Madam,
Yes.
we need to add first the freight cost and insurance cost to the material price and then baru darab dengan import duty kan?
No. Material are subject to import duty. So means that the material only.
Okay.
Then baru add on freight cost and insurance ke?
Yes. Okay, get the amount class. Did you get the amount? The answer?
Madam,
Yep.
pelik lah jawapan dia kan?
Yep.
Jawapan dia saya dapat point.
Point. So what is it your answer?
4120 4.8.
So if you calculate with the 15% then you get the you get the perpuluhan is okay. You just follow your calculation. So
Okay.
okay, so the sales tax payable
Itu after add on freight cost dan insurance tu lah kan?
yes.
Lepas tu darab 10%.
Yeah, betul. You get all the cost Okay, include the cost of import duty, and then that is the sales value. Okay, you get all the cost, and then it is the sale value. From the sales value only you times with the 10% of sales tax. So anyone would like to share the answer? Anyone would like to share your answer? I have no answer. I have no answer here. You need to show me your answer. Sorry, berapa?
Madam, saya dapat 412.8, tapi tak sure betul ke tak. Sama macam Syamina tadi.
Sama macam Mina, okay? Orang lain, the rest of you, sama?
Saya pun dapat macam tu.
Okay. So betul lah tu. So you get the 10%? Okay, so you get the answer. Now we proceed to the next question.
Ada.
Yep.
Kenapa soalan tadi dekat quick quiz punya jawapan lain lah?
Siap. Okay, so we look here. Okay, can I, Samberhat, purchase material from a supplier in South Korea? In the end, in the year ending 31st December 2021, Can I, Samberhat, purchased such material at a price of 346,000. The materials were imported into Malaysia and the following charges were incurred. So they incurred freight 6,120 and insurance 7,228. The materials are subject to import duty at the rate of 15% as well as sales tax at the rate of 10%. Okay, so now our big problem here to identify the sales value of the sales tax purpose. Okay, which is, okay, so according to your quick quiz, your purchase price, okay, needs to add up with the freight, needs to add up with your insurance, you get the total, and then from the total only you calculate with the 15%. Okay. But here the question mentioned the materials are subject to material. Okay, so they calculate the import duty of 15% times with the total of your sales tax value. Okay, then you get lah the total. So plus you just follow lah the answer from quick quiz here. Okay, so you have the total cost for the purchase. Okay, you get the total, and from the total only you calculate with the import duty of 15%, and then you get the sales value 414,170, and then from that amount then you calculate times dengan 10% of sales tax rate. Okay, then you dapatlah 41,417.
Madam,
Ya.
yang dia kata materials tu tak faham.
Tak.
Kenapa dia dekat total bukan dekat material je?
Sorry, kenapa?
Kan yang import duty 15% tu kan. Kan dia kata materials. subject to material. Tapi
Tu-
kenapa kita kat total?
Itulah sepatutnya kalau ikutkan dia kata materials are subject to import duty. So supposednya the material only lah you subject to import duty ni. But now what they are doing here is they add up all the material plus freight and insurance cost. Class. Okay, I think here class, the answer is because noted tak kalau awak buat, if you are doing your soci, okay, if you are doing your soci, cost of goods sold, in the part of purchase tu, notice tak, awak punya purchase, you will add up with the carriage inward, insurance semua. So all of the cost will be your cost of purchase. So yes. Kan, betul kan? So kita tak boleh ambil just material only. So you get all of the costs, okay, all of the costs here, and then it will subject to import duty. Okay. So class, we follow the quiz answer, which all of the costs here will subject to import duty. Okay, so you get the total, and from that only you get your sales tax amount, sales tax value. Okay, semua everyone settle kat sini?
Settle.
Okay, everyone agree, yep? Okay, next. Okay, agree. So the second one, correct. A registered manufacturer under the Sales Act 2028 sold taxable goods to his close relative Tong for 6,000. The selling price to others based on usual trade terms is 6,600. A discount of 80 was given in consideration of early payment made by Tong prior to the sale, thus resulting in a net receipt of 5,920. Required. Compute the sales tax payable on the above taxable goods using the sales tax rates of 10%. Okay, so what is our taxable goods now? Price of taxable goods value. Okay, anyone would like to try? Anyone? Ada nak try?
Yeah, madam.
Okay, so what do you think this question?
I think the sales value is 6,600
6,600. Okay, why?
sebab kita akan ambil dia punya selling price je kan.
Okay, kita akan ambil selling price.
So dia punya tax 10%. So 660.
660. Okay, agree? Agree class?
Agree.
Okay, so no matter what, apatah lagi this time you sold to your close relative. So no matter what happen, you just follow the selling price which is 6,600. Okay. Okay, so okay, dah menjawab kan sales tax payable. Okay, so ada kata tadi 660. Okay, betul lah tu. Okay, next. The following scenario relates to two requirements. ASB Sdn Bhd and NSB Sdn Bhd are both 100% wholly owned subsidiaries of SB Group Sdn Bhd. SB Group Berhad. ASB imported taxable goods from an independent supplier at a purchase price of 97,750. other expenditure incurred on the goods was as follow. So we have insurance, freight, import duty. Okay, this one based on custom valuation of 105,000, and also the processing cost. Alright. Then the goods were sold to NSB at cost inclusive of the above charges plus 20% markup in line with the group policy. The markup price on the sales to customer outside the group is 30%. ESB is a registered manufacturer for sales tax, whereas NSB is not a taxable person. Use sales tax rates of 10%. Okay, so this one you have two requirement kan. So the first requirement, compute the sales tax payable by ESB on importation. B, compute the sales tax payable by ESB on the goods sold to NSB. Okay, so ada dua senario ni. Okay, kelas boleh buat dulu. Right, class dah? The first one, importation. Mimi?
Madam, saya baru balik toilet. Saya tak sempat kira lagi.
Tak sempat kira lagi. Afika? Okay, Afika. Calculate for the goods import.
Saya lepas 10% tu saya dapat 12,500.
12,500, meaning that you add up what is the item yang awak tambahkan?
Import duty.
Import duty 20,000.
Lepas tu value sale tu
Value sales.
dengan custom.
Custom.
Custom valuation tambah dengan import duty dapat value sale tu.
Okay, so dapat berapa value sale awak?
125,000.
Okay, 125,000, and then from the value of sales value, and then sales tax payable. Okay, so 10% times dengan sales tax payable. 10% kali dengan value of sales. Value of sales 125. So that's why you get sales tax payable at 25,500. Okay, semua orang dapat tak that one?
Dapat.
Okay, now the second one. Sales tax payable by ESB on the goods sold untuk NSB. Okay, siapa-siapa nak try?
Madam,
Yep.
kalau dia not taxable person maksudnya dia outside the group 30% markup tu ke?
Macam mana kalau not taxable person?
Kan dia kata the markup price on sale to customer outside the group is 30%.
Okay.
Maksudnya?
Okay, dia kalau this one dia orang adik-beradik dalam satu group kan? So maksudnya dia jual sesama adik-beradik dah ni. Less than harga yang biasa dia jual kat luar. Okay. So this one dia jual kat luar 30%, customer outside dia jual 30%, but sesama dia jual 20%. Okay, this is the group policy dia. So you all need to identify awak nak charge tax sales value awak tu dekat dia punya markup berapa. Okay, sekarang ni kita nak tengok sales value kita kan. So sales value awak mestilah cost plus markup. Okay, then awak kena decide markup awak nak ambil 20% or 30%. So based on apa yang kita dah buat sebelum-sebelum ni, kita akan guna which one class? 30 ke 20? 30, okay. So awak guna 30, tak kisahlah jual pada siapa, awak kena ambil harga jualan pada independent person kan. So that's why in this situation awak akan ambil 30%. Okay, so dapat berapa awak punya sales value?
Dapat
Okay, dapat berapa? Sales value?
16250.
16250. Semua dapat the same thing, 16250. Okay, and the percent sales tax payable 10% lah awak dapat tu. Okay, now class, saya nak tanya awak soalan. Okay, from this question, we have the processing cost tu kan. Kenapa the processing cost tu awak tak kira masa awak nak kira goods on importation? Sales tax payable on goods importation tu.
Sebab dia tak berlaku lagi.
Tak berlaku lagi. Masa awak import, you not incur lagi processing cost tu. Okay, so that's why masa awak nak charge for the importation goods, awak just ambil cost-cost related masa awak purchase, masa awak buat imported tu. But when you next awak jual pada pada company lain, that's why masa ni awak kena tambahkanlah dia processing cost tu. Alright. So clear kat sini kelas? Any problem? Untuk soalan ni? Yep.
Problem dekat 30% tu saya masih tak dapat nak proses lagi, tak faham lagi.
Proses 30%.
Kenapa ambil 30? Kenapa bukan ambil 20?
Anyone nak cerita balik kenapa kita ambil 30 tak ambil 20? Okay, saya rasa kita punya this one. Kalau awak tengok example 17.2 ni. Awak dispose, yang dispose, okay, satu dia jual pada subsidiary pada 200,000 tapi awak still ambil pada normal selling price. Okay, ni case yang sama ni tadi. Awak jual pada subsidiary 200,000 but the selling price, the normal selling price is 230,000. So your sales value is 230,000. Okay. And even if you do donation, kalau donation of course awak tak dapat apa-apa, awak just bagi free-free je kan. Still awak kena ambil the sales value at selling price 10,800. So tak kisahlah. Okay, ayat dia kat sini the sales value is the price at goods would have been sold to independent person.
Oh, maksudnya madam, apa nama dia, even kita jual dekat adik-beradik pun kita still ambil market value of the markup tu kan?
Yes, market value. Okay. Daripada sini lah betul. Daripada market value tak kisahlah awak jual harga lebih rendah but the normal selling price awak 230,000. So this is your sales value. Okay, yang ni pun sama. Awak berniat baik ni, awak buat charitable ni kan. Okay, of course kalau buat donation awak tak dapat apa-apa. Awak bagi je free-free. Tapi still your sales value is selling price 10,800 ni. Okay.
Okay. Okay, thank you madam.
Madam,
Yep.
yang 20% tu kita nak guna kat mana? Ada orang tanya.
20% tu nak guna kat mana? Tak ada guna kat mana-mana. This one just nak bagi awak confuse je sebab dia nak macam tadi lah kan saya bagi contoh 200,000 ke 230,000 the selling price. So awak akan ambil selling price. So maybe lah kalau awak tengah buat awak punya FA kan, dia akan guna masa FA awak lah, how to masa merekodkan FA awak. Tapi
okay.
Tapi for the tax purpose, for the sales tax purpose awak akan ambil markup price awak jual pada customer biasa. Harga biasa je awak jual pada customer ni. Okay, yang tu 20% ni ni antara cerita awak lah, apa ni, recording antara companies tu kan. Transaction between the companies in the group. Itulah. Okay, so clear kan kat sini?
Clear.
Okay, so that's the next question.
Madam,
Yep.
yang madam kata processing cost tu kan?
Okay, ni tadi
Kan madam kata tak masuk. Tapi masa kira tadi saya masukkan baru dapat 16250.
162. Ada dua situation awak. Yang first tu, first situation masa awak beli, awak import. Masa proses import, the first requirement ni compute the sales tax payable by ESB on importation. Masa import tu kita tak masukkan processing cost sebab pada masa awak import, processing cost tu tak berlaku lagi. Macam the second one tu masa awak nak jual pada NSB, that one awak dah, bila awak dah proses and of course boleh markup ke apa semua kan. At that situation baru kita include the processing cost tu.
Custom valuation tu macam mana madam?
Apa sorry?
Custom valuation.
Custom valuation. Okay, this one kalau awak tambah-tambah ni awak dapat tak? Dapat tak 105,000? Okay, sepatutnya just kalau ikutkan yang kita buat soalan daripada awal tu, patutnya purchase price awak 97,750 campur dengan insurance and freight ni. Cuba calculate, dapat tak?
Kena tambah dengan processing cost baru dapat 105. 000.
Kena tambah Okay, but this one, okay, so this one based on custom valuation, actually awak just ikut je lah soalan ni. Custom valuation ni sebab dia maybe dia akan value kan ikut current market value untuk barang tu. So tak tahulah.
So kalau macam dalam soalan dia bagi custom valuation tu ikut je lah yang dalam
ikut je lah.
Okay.
Okay madam.
Okay, soalan ni proceed. Siapa-siapa yang dah okay tu boleh proceed.
Baju ni orang nak buang je. Tu yang lepas tu. Tak lepas tu ni baju tak buang.
Okey? Soalan ni okey tak? Kelas, soalan ni soalan pasal apa ni kelas? Hello? Hello? Awak lagi tak ni? Okey, soalan ni pasal apa ni sebenarnya? Topik ni pasal apa? ABC and Company sold taxable goods of 10,000 to XYZ Sdn Bhd on 15 January 2020. Then ABC and Co paid the relevant sales tax of 1,000 on 31st March 2020. Okay, so untuk taxable period dia taxable period dia April, February ni dia dah bayar lah 1,000 ikut sampai 31st March means dah clear lah. Okay, tapi XYZ paid ABC and Co 4,004 on 15 May 2021 and is placed under receivership on 30 June 2021. Okay, apa ni kelas? XYZ paid ABC and Co 4,400. Apa kes ni sebenarnya?
Dia bayar sikit.
Dia bayar sikit? Apa kes ni sebenarnya?
Macam XYZ ni dia tak apa.
Apa ni? XYZ.
Refund.
Apa dia macam mana?
Refund kot.
Defend.
Refund.
XYZ refund. Bukan XYZ tu dia punya account receivable ke?
XYZ ni yang jadi bad debt.
Bad debt. Jadi bad debt. Tapi kalau dia dah bayar jadi bad debt ke? Dia macam bad debt kan? Macam tapi baru tempoh setahun. May 2021. So yang jadi bad debt ni sebanyak mana sebenarnya? 4,400 ke baki dia? Dia bayar maksudnya kalau dia dah bayar bukan bad debt lah kan?
Yang baki.
Yang baki the difference tu yang akan jadi bad debt. Okay, XYZ bila dia bayar and then dia settle lah hutang tapi dia tak bayar habis ni. So the reminder tu dia akan jadi bad debt.
Okay, madam, receivership ni apa?
Place under receivership. Entah receivership. Dia macam kontra je ni.
Maksudnya kan madam dia bayar 10,000 lepas tu dia bayar lagi 4,400.
Macam ni masa dia jual 10,000. Dia jual, ABC bayar pada XYZ. XYZ ni customer dia lah, dia jual. Tapi tak tahu dia bayar tahun 2020 tu dia jual. Bila dia dah jual, maksudnya dah ada lah sales value tu. Then ABC bayar lah sales value tu pada custom 1,000. And then untuk XYZ pula customer ni pula tahun 2021 baru dia bayar 4,400. Maksudnya daripada atas tadi kita tak tahu, meaning that kalau kalau ikut information yang diberi, maksudnya ada lagi 5,400 yang dia tak bayar kan?
Oh, so kiranya yang kan baki daripada 10,000 tolak 4,400, 5,600 yang baki tu kan dia jadi bad debt kan sebab dia tak bayar lagi kan. So benda tu bila dia dah bayar tax dekat custom, dia boleh refund balik sebab customer tu tak habis bayar kat dia kan?
Ya, betul. So that's why dia mention explain whether, okay, requirement dia tu, explain whether ABC and company is able to claim for the sales tax paid in respect of the balance of the amount due from XYZ. Okay, balance of amount due means that baki daripada hutang daripada XYZ tu. Okay, so kelas agak-agak berapa yang dia boleh refund ni? Untuk ABC ni, dia boleh refund berapa banyak? Awak lagi ke kelas? Saya takut awak tak dah ni je.
Ada. Ada.
Okay. Tengah fikir lagi. Berapa? 600. Macam dapat 600? Tak 400. Okay. Kenapa awak ambil 11,000? Sales value. Okay, that one is ada formula kan dia bagi kat situ? You just follow the formula. Okay, divide by sales value of such taxable period plus sales value sales tax payable on such. Okay, means that 11,000 tu is the additional, awak tambahkan dua-dua sales value dengan sales tax payable. You get the 11,000. Okay, so kita nak dapatkan total lah daripada keseluruhan yang awak patut 11,000 tu. Okay, dan dapatlah 600. So this 600 should be refunded. Dia akan dapatlah, pihak Kasam patut refund balik pada dia lah. Okay, senario kedua. Assume that on 30 November 2021, the receivers and managers of XYZ made payment of RM4,950 to ABC and company, being final settlement of the amount due to them. Required, calculate the amount of repayment of sales tax refunded that ABC and company needs to pay to the Royal Malaysian Customs Department. Made payment.
Semacam maksudnya yang B ni pula yang receivable dia tu dia dah bayar balik, so dia kena bayar balik portion yang dia, daripada refund tu
Ya. Okay, dah tadi awak dah identify dia macam bad debt kan? Awak dah identify dia as bad debt, and then tapi later on XYZ bayar balik pula. Kan? Dia bayar semula, dah jadi macam bad debt recovery dah ni. Okay, so awak, that's why dia punya calculation dia required calculate the amount of repayment. Okay, tadi awak pay je, bayar sekali. Repayment awak kena bayar lagi sekali.
and then jawapan dia 450 kan.
450. Macam mana dapat 450?
Ambil je
Macam formula. Okay, ikut macam formula tadi. 4950 divided by 11,000. 11 is the total of sales value plus dengan sales tax payable dan darabkan dengan 1,000. So you get 450. Okay, so the situation is, okay, nampak ikhlas? Kalau tak, awak punya customer or your account receivable tak bayar, and then, okay, this one we did dah lebih setahun dah dah lebih setahun tak bayar, and then you can claim for sales tax paid. Okay, so boleh claim refund. Tapi bila awak punya account receivable tu bayar balik, and then adalah amount of repayment. Okay, so kelas, dalam awak punya quiz tu ada soalan lagi tak? Okay, soalan yang ke-6 is soalan sales of condominium. Okay, that one is service tax. Okay, habis, and then okay. So kita nak sambung, okay, kelas kita nak continue dengan soalan dalam kit. So saya punya, ni dah habis lah ni. Okay. Okay, now kita proceed dengan soalan dalam kit. Okay, awak boleh tengok dekat okay, kit soalan 86. Tamra sampai soalan mana ni? Banyak soalan sales tax awak. Okay, so kelas awak boleh proceed dengan soalan dalam kit. Saya tak perasan pun Madam Rozaida dah left. Pukul 4:05.
Dah left dah tadi.
Kan. Okay. So kita nak tengok kelas soalan-soalan dalam kit ni awak buat tak? Soalan objektif dia semua buat tak? Sebab saya rasa kita tak pernah discuss soalan objektif kan, dah nak habis dah chapter. Kita tinggal lagi, okay, ni topik ni sepatutnya topik last. Okay, kalau awak tengokkan dalam kita punya tax tu, ini sepatutnya topik last, sales and service tax. Okay, kalau kita ikut flow, sepatutnya minggu ni return and assessment, apa yang saya suruh baca hari tu. Okay, tapi topik ni, return and assessment ni dia tak ada calculation. So kalau tak ada calculation nanti saya kena bercakap sampai 2 jam kan naya kan. Awak pun mesti ngantuk-ngantuk. So that's why saya choose topik yang last ni. So ada sikit calculation, awak boleh buat sikit-sikit. Okay. So nanti kita akan habiskan. Hari ni sales tax, esok kita boleh habiskan service tax. Okay, and then kita akan patah balik ke soalan return assessment. Okay, yang tu awak dah baca kan? Saya dah suruh awak baca hari tu. Okay. So this one memang all the procedures lah awak nak dealing dengan LHDN. Dua-dua ni dua topik. Return, assessment and appeal, and also collection and recovery. Okay, dua tu soalan is on tax admin. Tax admin antara kita individu and also kalau awak as company. So kalau company dia punya cerita lagi banyak lah. Kalau untuk individu sikit tak sebanyak untuk company. Tapi dua-dua topik ni dia akan ceritakan lah macam mana dia punya prosedur antara taxpayer dengan LHDN. Okay, ada satu lagi topik real property gain tax. Okay, soalan ni pun soalan more on calculation. Okay, dah tak banyak kan. So kalau ikutkan minggu ni dan minggu depan je awak ada. Minggu ni dengan minggu depan ni minggu ke-11, minggu ke-12. Lepas tu awak ada exam. Tapi masa awak exam tu pun kita akan ada juga Kalau kita tak habis lagi syllabus, saya akan buat kelas macam biasa lah. Alright. So kelas larat lagi ke awak? Untuk soalan dalam kit? Ya. Boleh? Okay, kalau boleh kita buat soalan dalam kit sikit-sikit.
Madam, kelas
Ya.
esok macam mana?
Kelas esok macam mana? Esok saya kena datang college. Kita jumpa dekat college lah kot. Awak boleh masuk kelas ke? Boleh? Awak tak ada kuarantin ke apa?
Tak, kita orang semua dah habis.
Semua dah habis? Semua dah dapat vaksin?
Dah.
Dekat kelas ke dekat lab? Sekejap, esok kita nak buat apa lah? Saya rasa service tax tu macam sikit je kalau awak tengok dekat buku. Sebab dia macam lebih kurang je dengan sales tax ni. Dia lebih kurang. Cuma dia more on service lah. Tapi dia punya prosedur semua macam lebih kurang sama. So kalau tu kita boleh buat dekat